Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to the Cube of Ultra. So we have done a lot of collection, so I can rebuild all of this quite easily now with all the resources I have. Got a bunch of stuff in my inventory, made a bunch of fabricators. We've got a lot of stone bricks, so we can start paving the world, which is going to be great. It's going to be a great episode. So first thing we're going to do is figure out how the cube can properly get to all the places it needs to go. And those places include rare metals for the smelter, and the synthesizer for basic matter units, and also the synthesizer for in-dimensional widgets, which uses up the energy in the cube. And finally, the contemplation cards. We need to do some contemplation. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that the cube needs to be, and right now it's only configured to work in 2 of them. We're gonna want the cube to probably be on some sort of like sushi, although it's not really sushi because it's one item, but on some sort of, you know, merry-go-round. And then I'm thinking we will divert the cube to other places if it's needed. We can have an inserter that is only active if a certain condition is met. I need to have some sort of priority system where we have a bunch of combinators that decide where the cube should go next. So I need to have some sort of combinator nonsense. The shorter we can make this, the better, because we don't want the cube to be very latent. Like, we don't want the latency to be very high. So that'll work. The cube can go to different places and get sent back. Just again, we're just more thinking about how we can manage it. For power, let's do that one first. We're gonna wanna drop it directly into a boiler. The other question is, how should we handle charging it? Should we just charge it? Should these be filter inserters that only grab a charged cube? And then if it's not charged, it'll charge here. That could have the negative effect of, like, if this one wants a charged cube, it'll have to pass it by and then get charged over here. I guess I could charge it on both ends. That'll work. And then we will hook up all of the inserters to this network. And this network is telling the cube where to go. And then the condition is going to be probably the item that we create. That signal is greater than 1. Yeah, so water will come in. Yeah, so we want that so it can go max rate in. Just want it to be as fast as possible. This mod pack's all about efficiency, right? And so pumping the middle one keeps it going as fast as possible, and these outer ones will also suck up some of the steam. And now we just need to fill these up with water. So we'll say steam is 1, right? Steam's priority 1. So if 1 is greater than 0. So any positive signal means I want to make steam. Any negative signal means I'm done making steam. And then I need some sort of combinator that says if signal 1... Oh god. Signal 1 is greater than everything else. Is there not an option for that? I wish I could set like inverse or 0 on this. Well, I guess what we can do... Okay, I have a different idea. Minus... Oh god. I'm not good at circuits. We're learning. We'll ride the merry-go-round for a second while we refresh our brains. Okay, so just for argument's sake, you know, we're gonna have one of these guys, and so we're gonna like measure the basic matter units, and if it's like basic matter units are less than 2000, then we want to output 2. Let's say matter units are 2. We've got another one over here that's saying like, yo, we need steam. If steam is less than 22,000, then we say, yo, I need steam. I'm sure I could do this with logic, but logic gates are not super easy to set up in Factorio. What would each XORed with 1 do? Well, that would output 0 if... Oh god. Is this crazy? Is this gonna work? What if we just subtract everything from everything? Is that absolutely crazy? So far, my brain is saying this might actually work. So that needs to be 9 1s, 8 2s, 7 3s, and 6 4s. Or maybe I shouldn't have used numbers. Maybe I should have used letters. It's not too late to change it. So if they're all on, the net result is a signal of A, which is what we want. If we turn off A, interesting. We get a signal that's the highest on B. And we already checked, there's no way to do like if B is greater than everything else, right? So then we're not quite there, because this one is subtracting A from everything, but A is 0 right now. No, that doesn't work. Oh, goodness. Anything is greater than 0, output anything. I'm actually curious what this does. I don't even fully understand what all these conditions do. Wait. Is that working? It's only outputting B. Does it output the first signal as it's sorted? So if I sort these, will it just magically work then? So the condition is just like, if anything's greater than 0, output anything. That's outputting C, that's outputting D, that's outputting B. I mean, it's working. I mean, look, it works. I have no idea how. It has to do with this anything is greater than 0. And the first thing that it's checking is, I think it literally goes through the signals in this order. And so the first thing it finds is going to be A, and then B, and then C. And so if A is greater than 0, it finds that, outputs it. Now, then the question becomes, do I even need these at all? Because I think the sum of those is telling me just that the largest number is the one I should grab. We don't even need that if they're already sorted. And these can all just be 1, right? Like they don't even need to be numbers. Okay, well that massively simplifies things. I literally need one decider combinator. Hey, I lucked upon exactly what we want. After all of that headache, it's just this. Okay, so theoretically, 1 cubing will result in exactly 1 full tank of steam. I'll be. That is exactly what happened. Okay, cool. And if I did this properly, and that should be the last one, and it goes back on the loop. Woo! It worked! It worked, baby! That is the scoop. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Okay, so let's design the synthesizer. I think we just need to go with, like, the most inserters possible, right? And essentially, if B is greater than 0, we feed it in. If B is 0, we take it out. Yeah, synthesizer's easy. Same idea. And there's no point in having 2 of these, right? Because I only have 1 cube right now. Maybe someday there'll be a point. But there's not a point to that yet. By the way, I noticed this is the wrong ratio. I have 16 copper cable and only 1 is needed for the green circuit. So what I needed to do was this and 1 copper cable maker. We all make mistakes. Contemplation cards. And we're gonna do the same style all the way up next to this. I might regret not leaving room, but c'est la vie. And what's great about this system is it'll interrupt, right? If all of a sudden we need power, it'll interrupt making contemplation cards. Now, do we need SR latches? Because these are gonna constantly be flickering. Oh no, we need SR latches for all of these. I forgot about that. So let's see if I can remember how to do that. This is where the blueprint variables mod is going to come in big ol' handy. So watch this. If I copy this and I plop it down, now it wants me to pick all of those values. If I plop that down and I say basic matter units, output D. And now I've got my SR latch already set up, although I need the wiring. Okay, so that's hooked up to itself. These both output to that. These share an input. And this is an input to the decider. So I hook up the green to either one of these inputs, and then I hook up the output to the, the red network here for cube deciding. Cool. All right, well, that's actually a good blueprint. SR latch. Contemplation cards. We need to contemplate our existence a bit here. And those are 10 a second at the most, so this should be more than enough. We'll deal with some buffering. So we hooked up to the red deciding network. There'll be some SR latch down here. That's deciding about contemplation cards. And sending, we said, the signal E. And then that hooks up to the red, and the green here will hook up to our chests, whatever we do with that. Sweet. I'm liking this. We are making some headway on logic here. And then, won't be super interesting, I'm gonna do the same thing for the furnace. And let's just to see if it's working, let's get some of these things going. Okay. Oh no. Really? You're too... Oh my god. Really? I didn't think I would have to deal with that. I thought these would be fast enough to grab, but on the close corner they're not. It means bad things. I guess it has to be like this. Like that. Okay, well, we've clearly broken it already. Nice work, Krydax. Oh, I don't have anything removing the cube. So right now we've got the set signal true, and then we should see it loop over to here for the rare metals. Okay, so it reset. Where's it going now? Perfect. Now it's smelting. It's working! It's working! And once that gets to 1200, we should see that reset. I'm sure I've done something wrong in all of this, but I'm pretty excited about how it's working so far. Okay, any second now we should see the reset. And the output signal, yep, there it goes. And so I guess it'll do one more cycle with the way this is kind of going, because it's already got the cube inside, and after this recharge it should go away. There we go. Y'all, this is working. And I'm not using this for power yet, so power is not going to work. There it is. Hey, Cuban time. Oh, it worked. It worked the way it's supposed to, because we took rare metals. It said, hey, we ain't got enough rare metals. That's higher priority than widgets, so give me that cube back. And it gave him the cube back. Oh, baby, we're cooking. We've had some great progress so far. We are going to actually start building a base in the next one, because everything that utilizes the cube is automated, and we have a good structure set up for when other things need the cube. We can utilize the same system. All of my efforts ended up just needing this. This is all I needed the whole time, because signals sort themselves, apparently. And it picks the first one it sees, and it properly sorts those letters. So that's how we do priority for where the cube goes, and I think it's going to work pretty well for us. We'll see what kind of challenges we hit in future episodes, but for now, we are ready to go, and in the next episode, we will be working on the fundamental comprehension cards. Thinking about things, but start understanding them. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about Ultracube, and I will see you all in the next episode.